Alright, inside the box it comes with one instruction manual. A little bit of art on it. Very standard. Shows the sprues here and shows how to put it together here. Got some additional artwork and plus shows a bit of extra features that are featured on this new model. Well, not new, but different. For the figure, very classic Zaku. Now, any of you who already have a Zaku of a different type, say the Seed series, will already notice the difference of the head joint where it has these tubes which go all the way around from the nose to the back of the head. And there's also different design with the tubes go all the way from the backpack to the front skirt or the front abdomen, between the skirt section and the chest. Now, also in differences, there is the arms. It's actually quite a bit bulkier than the other Zakus you will encounter. But I also personally think it actually looks a lot cooler than the other Zakus that you'll ever encounter. Now, that's it for the model. The model is pretty standard and it comes in the plain olive green or army green. Now for the box. The model will go up here. It says Zaku 2, and that's where the model will go. And it's got a large Zaku 2 imprint on it. Inside, there will be multiple weapons inside, where here will be a bunch of sprues or other things of the sort. And there will be many weapons. First thing you'll see is, most notably, the bazooka, which is, in my standards, I think it's very cool. And it's got this wonderful pivoting handle here. And the pivoting handle here is for gripping, and the scope also pivots. Unfortunately, there is no detachable clip. It comes as a circle or a ball and pen joint and attaches here at the end. Now, first weapon we have is the Heat Hawk, which is very standard army green color with the yellow beam saber or heated blade here at the front. This one would fit into any normal hand, like with a square hole in it for like a peg. Then we have the fixed hand with the Heat Hawk on, and this will attach when you either want a stylized hand around it, or when you just think that whether or not you think a square peg is cooler or you think this one is better. Whichever one you prefer. Then we will get an open hand, and this hand is very malleable and quite flexible, as you can see. You will get another closed fist hand with, like I said before, that square peg for holding either, anything from the Heat Hawk to any other weapons that you can fit in his hand. Then for the bazooka, we have a trigger finger, which is fixed to the handle, another flexible open hand, a little piece here which attaches to the shield, which does come off his shoulder and becomes sort of a battering ram. It's a very cool feature. The bazooka holder, which clips into the back or the sides of his skirt, and personally I think it works better in the back. And a piece for when you pull off his shield. Don't lose this piece. I almost lost this piece because I forgot to clip it out of the sprue and almost threw it in the garbage. This goes on his shoulder when you take off the shield. This is a tube clip holder for his machine gun. And this is a very cool feature where it opens up, kind of, or falls off, whichever you prefer. And it clips into here, and it's supposed to hold them there. See, like that. Now, the only problem is that it's fairly loose, and you can pretty much pull it straight off if you're not careful, so be careful with that. And the clips actually do come off, so it's a very good feature. Come here, you. That is it for the box. Oh, forgot, there are some weapons I actually have on him currently. On him, he had, these were not attached to him, you have to build these yourself. He has 2 grenade launchers, which do attach to the side of his skirt, like so. Then he also has a single clip holder for his machine gun. So in total he has 4 clips. Then we have the classic Zaku machine gun, which does have a little pivoting piece right here for him to grip with his square peg hand. Also, on top of that, we also have this little sight finder, which seems to be gotten in the way of the clip, but whatever. It also moves itself, and the hand is fixed, unfortunately, to the pistol, so the pistol does not go onto his side or anything else. It only holds in his hand. Now, as for the shield. The shield is very detailed, and unfortunately, due to my camera, you cannot see the detail, but it holds the Zeon symbol and the Principality of Zeon, and has a bunch of small text which I have observed under a magnifying glass. It is just a bunch of block squares that's supposed to resemble text. And the model build number here, and it has lots of other little decals already placed on them. We have the backpack, which has a bit of stuff on it, which also, I might add, does detach to show a bit more of the insides of the model. Which there are some gold and silver tubes there. And also, the very cool feature, which I thought was brilliant, right here on the side of the head, though I'm sorry you can't see it, there are 7 stars, which I believe are supposed to symbolize kills, kind of like on a plane. Now, in terms of more detail, in the knees, they have pistons, which do move. These ones are attached to with silver and gold, and the silver pieces do move with the knee, which is very cool. And then the inside of the leg, there is this one piston here which does not move.